everyone, welcome to the video lecture of Basic Electronics. I am Ami Patel from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology, and in this particular video I am going to discuss different biasing techniques in that specifically the fixed bias circuit, or we can say it is a base bias circuit. So these are the contents I am going to discuss in this particular video. So in the previous video of this chapter I had discussed what is load line, what is a quiescent point, and what are the coordinates of quiescent point, and what is the importance of stabilization of quiescent point, and what are the factors which affects the stability of the Q point. And at last we had seen that how we can stabilize the Q point using different biasing techniques. So in this I am going to discuss the fixed bias circuit, and these techniques we will analyze. So first we will see the general procedure to do the any DC analysis. So if we have any circuit which contains the transistor and we have applied the external DC source, then if we want to analyze it, then what are the fixed steps of this analysis, and then we will see the fixed bias circuit diagram. And for the fixed bias circuit we will do the DC analysis, and we will calculate the base current, collector current and collector to emitter voltage. And at last we will see how much stabilization of Q point is achieved by this fixed bias circuit. So let us begin. So this is a general procedure for DC analysis of any biasing circuit. First we will draw the base circuit, and from that base circuit we will calculate the base current by applying the KVL into the base circuit. Then we have equation that IC is equal to beta IB, and from this equation we have already calculated the IB in the previous step. Then we will calculate the IC, and then we will draw the collector loop, and in collector loop we will apply the KVL and we will calculate the VCEQ, that is the collector to emitter voltage. So we had seen in the previous video of this chapter that the quiescent point coordinates are VCEQ and ICQ. So ultimately we want that this voltage, that is collector to emitter voltage, and collector current. So what we are doing, we are first calculating IB, that is a base current. From that we are calculating IC, and then we are calculating the VCE. So let us see the fixed bias circuit diagram. So this is a circuit diagram for the fixed bias. This is the base terminal, this is collector terminal, and this is the emitter terminal. With the base terminal, one resistor RB is connected to the VCC, and from the collector terminal RC is connected to the VCC. And two voltages are shown, that is VCE and VBE, and the base current is IB which is flowing through this RB, and the collector current IC that is flowing through the RC. So this is the circuit of the fixed biased. And now what steps we are going to follow? We will first find out the base current, then we will find out the collector current from this, and at last we will find out VCEQ. Q stands for the quiescent value, that is the fixed DC value. So let us begin. For reference, the fixed bias circuit is drawn over here again. We will get the expression for the IB, and to get the expression for IB we will apply first KVL in base loop. I will draw base loop for reference again. So it is from VCC, then we have one resistor, that is RB. It is given to the base terminal, and this is a collector terminal, and this is ground. So this current is IB, this voltage you find VBE. So this is the base loop, and we are applying the KVL from this VCC to ground. So that is drawn over here again. So let us apply KVL in this loop. So we will write VCC is equal to drop across this RB, that is IB RB, plus VBE, that is base to emitter voltage. Now just take IB as the subject, then we have VCC minus VBE divided by RB. VBE, that is base to emitter voltage, for silicon transistor is 0.7 volt, and for germanium transistor it is for 0.3 volts. So we will neglect this VBE as compared to the VCC because it is very small as compared to VCC. That is why we can write the equation for IB as IB is equal to VCC divided by RB. Now RB is the constant, it is not going to change because it's a resistor, and VCC is the external DC supply connected, that is also going to remain constant. So this is how we have fixed base current. Now we will get the expression for IC, that is IC is equal to beta IB, and we have IB, that's why we will write beta VCC divided by RB. So IC is calculated, and this IC is ICQ. So this is one of the coordinate of quiescent point. Now we will do the DC analysis of fixed bias circuit. In that we will calculate the expression for the VCEQ, and that is why we will apply KVL in collector loop. So collector loop is this, that is from VCC to ground. So I am drawing this collector loop again for reference. This is grounded, this is emitter, this is RC, this is base. So this collector loop is drawn again for reference. This voltage is VCE. Now we will apply KVL. So VCC minus ICRC minus VCEQ is equal to 0. So just take VCEQ as a subject. We have VCC minus ICRC. So this is the equation for this VCEQ. So we have calculated the coordinates of quiescent point, that is VCEQ and ICQ. This Q point stability we will see now, whether the Q point over here is stable or not, because we have in expression of IC we have this VCC divided by RB, but over here we have neglected VBE. And one more thing is, as temperature increases, the reverse saturation current is going to increase, and we know this expression of collector current, that is IC is equal to beta IB plus 1 plus beta ICBO. ICBO is the reverse saturation current, and with the variation in this reverse saturation current we will see that the collector current is going to change, and as this collector current is going to change, we can say that the quiescent point is going to change. So it is not providing us the stabilization. That is why practically the fixed bias circuit is not used for the bias stability. So there are some advantages of fixed bias circuit. One is a fixed bias circuit is simple and has the less number of components, and it gives very good flexibility of Q point, and it can be set anywhere in the active region just by adjusting the value of RB. These are the disadvantages of fixed point. It provides a very poor thermal stability because with the variation in the temperature, reverse saturation current is changing, and ultimately the IC is changing, and it is not providing the stability. With the change in the beta also, due to temperature, the operating point keeps on changing or shifting its position. With this, I am ending this session over here. Thank you.